All right. So tonight I would like to begin by giving all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation to the men that push in this work in sincerity and in all truth. All right, this is Brother Koda of GMS Trinidad. Just come to do a vid and hopefully, wake up the elect at the Most High. So tonight's lesson is the importance of brotherly love among the brethren, or among the camps. Because, within this time and that we are in, where we seeing all these evil increasing in the earth, all right, what we as brethren under the umbrella of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, what we ought to do is to show more love towards your brethren, because the scripture say, let your light so shine among men that they may see and glorify your Father that is in heaven. So the love among the brethren supposed to be recognizable by 2/3 of Israel and the other nations. You understand? You're not supposed to know in basically in the camps it go have niggers among the bunch, as the apostles and them does say from time to time, that the Lord will root out the niggers. You understand? Because nigger is not a people, it's an attitude, and a very distasteful attitude, And being a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, you ought to put away that niggerism, You ought to put away that type of vibes and be loving and brotherly among the Akim, Because one of the lessons, that is always say that within my lesson, one of the lessons that Yahawashi make sure and teach his 12 was to perform that act of brotherly love. Because there's even a scripture where say that 2 of the apostles, they had that love among them so strong that it surpassed the love of women. The love that you will feel for your wives or whatever is the case, it surpassed even that. You understand? Yeah. And in this truth, that is where we ought to be. Brothers being brotherly, praying for one another, hoping and praying that your brothers make it out of this madness we're going to happen here. Yeah. A fundamental attribute of a man doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi is to have brotherly love. You understand? And brotherly love it don't have deceitful hate in brotherly love. You say you love your brother, and behind his back or within your mind you're thinking hateful things about our brother. That is not brotherly love. You understand? Brotherly love is even goes so deep as to losing your life for that brother. You understand? And that is how we ought to see every brother in this truth, as a brother worth losing your life for. Yeah, the importance of brotherly love among us. All right, so I just want to go into the scriptures. All right, Romans 12:10, it says, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love. So we ought to be kind, we ought to be affectionate one to another with brotherly love. In honor, preferring one another. Yeah, preferring your brothers over 2/3, because 2/3 going to be destroyed because they're not going to accept the love of this truth. You understand? Preferring to help your brother in times of need. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 13. I'll read at verse 4. It says, verse 4, it says, charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. You understand? Now we go into the word charity. And just bear with me a little. Charity. Charity goes back into agape. Strong's Light G26. Agape. Alright? Which goes into brotherly love, affection, goodwill, love, benevolence. Love feasts. You understand? Because where you will find the brothers will be in the feast. You understand? Love and feast. Alright? Yeah, and this is how we ought to be among all our brothers. You know, to welcome, to entertain, to be fond of, to love dearly. We ought to love one another dearly. You know? Alright? So reading on, it said, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. You understand? Yeah. If you have brotherly love within you, or you know the importance of brotherly love, right? You're not going to see your brother in no evil light. You understand? You're not going to watch your brother in no evil way. But your heart going to always be to love that brother. You know? To look out for one another. All that is about brotherly love, because my time being in the truth, you know, certain men who came in and fell off, you know, you will hear them speaking like, I know this brother was going to fall out. I know that was going to happen to him. But if you, as a brother, have brotherly love and was watching these brothers with brotherly love, you would have helped them. You understand? You would have said, well, hey, brother, I find you moving a little faulty, or you're moving a little kind of weak in this area. Let me give you some strength. You understand? The scripture say, iron sharpeneth iron. You understand? Yeah, that is how we ought to be. Not seeing a brother looking to fall out and leave him to fall out. You understand? That is you being a wicked brother. You understand? And what has happened to men who thinking so, alright, is that you just end up being in the hot seat as that brother and end up doing the same thing what he do, which is to fall out or to walk away. You know? So it says, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. Bear all things, believe it all things, hope all things, endure it all things. Charity never fail it. Right? Brotherly love never fail it. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. You know, so we ought to always within this show that love towards your brother. You understand? These things will help you to stand out differently to 2/3 of Israel and the other nations. You know? Alright, so this is the book of 1 John 4 and verse 20. It says, if a man say, I love Yahweh, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he had seen, how can he love Yahweh whom he had not seen? You understand? And that is a real good point. You understand? How you could, because you see these things going on with the Christians, especially these Christian women. They're always saying they love the Lord and they're married unto the Lord. You understand? And yet still they hating the brother, hating the sister, making bacchanal upon the brother. You know? This is how these people does operate. So you can't say that you love Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi and you're treating your brother poorly. You understand? There is John 3, select John 13 and verse 4. It says, he riseth from... No, I don't think this is it. John 13 verse 4. I'll just move on. I think I make an error with that scripture here. This is John 15 and verse 13. It says, I read from verse 12. It says, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. So you see, loving your brother is a commandment from Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. And the scriptures say that we would not be saved by the commandments, but we ought to follow the commandments to please Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi and to learn wisdom. You understand? Because the commandments of the Lord, it is wisdom. You understand? By practicing these things, you're going to stand out differently to other people on the earth. And as a child of the Most High, that is what you want. You understand? You want to be like the Most High and Yahawashi. You don't want to be like two-thirds of Israel or following down the path of destruction as these other nations. You understand? You want to stand out differently. And in order to do that is to obey the commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. Try to follow them to the best of your ability. And as it say here in John 15 and 13, it says, and 12, it says, this is my commandment. You understand? That ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love had no man than this, than that a man lay down his life for his friends. You understand? And that is just to show you that the love that Yahawashi showed Israel, two-thirds of the 1/3 of Israel. You understand? Yahawashi showed the nation of Israel love by laying down his life for them. You know? Scripture says there's no greater love than this, than to lay down your life for your fellows or for your friends. You know? This is 1 Peter First Peter 3 and verse 8. Let's see what that say. Finally, be ye all of one mind. So you can't have one brother showing brotherly love and a next brother showing hate. You understand? Be ye of one mind. You understand? Because we all working for that 1 pence. You understand? So yeah, be ye of one mind. Alright? Reading on it say, having compassion one of another. You know, so it's not supposed to be no I ain't like me with this brother because I don't like this brother vibes or so like yeah. Or you know, this brother robbed me wrong, so I don't want no part. You understand? No, you gotta be of one mind, loving one another with compassion. You understand? So reading on it say, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous. You understand? You gotta show pity. That we go into the word pitiful. Alright? This is Strong's Light G2155. It says, Yospanglonos. Alright? Definition 1, it says having strong bowels. Definition 2, compassionate, tender-hearted. You understand? All these is traits that you have to show towards the body of Yahawashi. You have to show these traits. You understand? Alright? And even reading on, it says not, verse 9, it says not rendering evil for evil. You understand? So now we in sinful flesh, so you know at times it go have how to put it? It go have, you know, little contention if that is the word among brethren. You understand? It go have little disagreement among brethren. But you can't let the sun go down on your wrath, so to speak. You understand? You can't render evil for evil. Your brother might do something and you do something to hurt him back. No, that is not what the scripture teaching us. You understand? If your brother hurt you, you ought to pull that brother aside and let that brother know what went on. You understand? And gain back that brotherly love that all you had. Than to let hate step in the midst and you lose your brother. You understand? That is not what this walk is about. This walk is about loving your brother and gaining back the whole family of Israel. You understand? Alright, so it say, evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. You understand? Yeah, and you want to enter into the kingdom of Yahawashi. You know? This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 1. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass. Alright? Or a tinkling cymbal. You know? Yeah. So charity, that love of the brethren, that's supposed to be in your heart. You understand? Because if you have not love for your brethren, then how you in the truth? How are you growing in the truth? All right, 1 Corinthians 16, verse 14, it says, let all your things be done with charity. And as I went into the word charity already, which means agape, brotherly love, affection, goodwill, benevolence, towards the akyam. All right? It is very important that being in this truth, you must have that will to show brotherly love. Brotherly love is very important within this truth of ours. All right? First Corinthians 12 and 26. Let's see what I say. And it reads, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. You understand? Yeah. If one brother lose a loved one and he down, all the akyam supposed to show that feeling. You understand? The scripture even tell you King David was a king after Yahawashi's heart. You understand? Because when his people crying, he crying with them. You understand? When they're happy, he happy with them. Imagine King David numbered Israel, and when the angel came to destroy many members of Israel for that sin of King David, where King David tell the Lord, he said, Lord, them didn't do nothing to you, it's I who do it. You understand? So punish me but not them. And that is a man who had love in his heart towards his brethren and towards his people. The scripture say that we ought to, I would go, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. You understand? Those things that was written for us to practice in our daily life. So we could experience the love of the truth and have Yahawashi in our corner. You understand? Because the Lord not going to dwell in a malicious soul. The Lord not going to dwell in a brother who hating his brothers. You understand? Or who want to see your brother fall out of the race. The Spirit of the Lord not going to dwell in you. You understand? Because when it comes to the brotherhood, we ought to love every member that doing this work. You understand? We ought to love the nation of Israel. Our brothers and sisters. Alright, so that brings me basically to my last precept within this lesson. Alright, which is 1 John 3 and 11. Alright. 1 John 3 and 11, it says, for this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Alright? So don't be in this truth hating your brothers. If you have a disagreement, talk to your brother. You understand? Look to gain back your brother instead of creating an enemy. You understand? So with that, I hope it was edifying to the house and nation of Israel. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory, all respect, all love to Yahweh, Basham Yahawashi, Basham Rokah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation to the men that push in this work in sincerity and in all truth. This is Brother Kodah of GMS Trinidad saying Shalom until the next lesson. Shalom.